Alipio de Lucca was an Augustinian friar who was martyred at Tripoli, Libya, in 1645, aged only 28 years old. He apparently endured a horrific death which lasted several hours. According to the sources, Alipius was an Augustinian seminarian at the time of his death, who had been studying philosophy, but due to his poor health his superiors relaxed his study regimen somewhat, if not entirely. He was also moved from various monasteries in the hope that a change of air might improve his health situation. But the result was that it only made him tepid and undisciplined. In 1643, while on board a ship destined for the monastery at Naples, the vessel was attacked by a gang of Muslim pirates, who captured the passengers and brought them all back to Tripoli. They were told to convert to Islam or die. Alipius, being a weak man, was one of the first to renounce his faith and his Augustinian vocation. Apparently he was circumcised and given a new name, and seems to have lived a plushy existence in Tripoli for a time. However, despite his outward appearance, he maintained his devotion to the Virgin Mary and recited the Rosary regularly, unbeknownst to his neighbours. The pangs of guilt soon took hold of him, and after just 1 year, Alipius presented himself to the authorities, proclaiming that he was a Christian and renouncing Islam. He managed to relocate his old habit and presented himself dressed as a friar. The poor guy then suffered a horrific death. The manner of his torture has not come down to us, but it appears he was both burned and lacerated, and died after 4 hours of agony. This occurred on February 17, 1645. News of the young martyr reached Sicily, and devotion to him began almost immediately. He was very popular in the 17th and 18th centuries, when a little biography was published, and images of him were distributed throughout Italy. The example of Brother Alipius reminds us that to be a good Christian is to suffer, in one way or another. Being very human, he gave in to the threats and intimidation, but ultimately, like St. Peter, Alipius did not despair of forgiveness, but returned to God after his denial. Through his devotion to Our Lady, he found the grace necessary to bite the bullet, so to speak, and face the terrible fate which awaited him with outstanding courage. The name Alipius itself, of Greek origin, means no sorrow or pain. This young martyr teaches us that we need to have a strong faith and much courage in order to love God. Moreover, the Rosary and devotion to Our Lady is a lifeline for Christians, especially those who find themselves living in a state of sin. Venerable Alipius of St. Joseph, pray for us.